All right. Time to go home. Bike's wet. All the bikes out here are wet. Looks like it rained when I was working. I had no idea. The building I work in doesn't have any windows. But I decided something. I guess I decided this is going to be my last night stream. I think it's too dark. It's too dark to do this. Let me try to connect to the live stream. Alright, there we go. Whew. Make sure I got everything ready. I do need my gloves. Is my stream frozen already? That can't be possible, can it? Oh, okay, there we go. All right. Sick XLR. Yeah, I'm riding home. It's a little to be really hope. Is my connection crap today? I'm not sure if my stream is actually connected or not. It says live, but my my display on my phone here doesn't seem to be keeping up. Huh. I kind of think that I'm live still, but my YouTube app just doesn't know. Just can't keep up, like I said. Huh. It does say 2. It's showing me pull out of the parking lot now, but I'm way far away from the parking lot, so I am not sure what's going on with the app. Huh. I'm gonna pull over for a second here. I want to see if I can figure out what's going on with my app. I think I might just be behind. Oh. Hello. Yeah, I think this is going to be the last of my nighttime rides. I enjoy doing them, but I think it's too dark. And today I'm just kind of goofing around. I'm on my big bike instead of my scooter, so yeah, I'm kind of riding around places where I've never been before. I thought that I recognized that place. After I made the turn, I don't. Not quite sure how to get back home, but you know, I'm not in a big hurry. That's a funny intersection. Which way do I go? Someone's got Christmas lights up still. Alright, where am I? Suzuki Cycle, Bike and Cycle. IRL174, thanks for watching the stream. Frankly, my phone here is acting up, so I'm not 100% sure that I'm still connected. The GoPro red light is still flashing, so I'm assuming I am. Oh. I almost made a fatal mistake. I almost went straight. But it says no going straight. Oh! Huh. I know exactly where I am now. Hi, Bambi. Whew. Is it just back down to me again? My app is really acting funky right now. I may need to restart my pocket Wi-Fi. Kind of just want to ride around and go nowhere, but I gotta work again tomorrow, so not too late for me, I suppose. One of my favorite streets in Matsuda is here. This street here where the little Kobek guy is. This is one of the steepest streets I have ever seen in Matsuda. And I just ride up it for fun sometimes. I think this has got to be a tough street to live on in winter, man. But I'm going to take a break for a second here and see if my app is actually connected or not. Wow, wild Jeep. Is it just my Wi-Fi that's broken? Might be. Alright, let me throw my glove back on. Keep going. In fact, I might go back down that thing just because I love it. Woo! Wow, Winnebago? And this thing is so steep. What's this thing? Pretty much decided I'm gonna try to do a live stream from a motorcycle every day for the next 365 days minimum, and I'd like to see how many days in a row I can do it without breaking the chain, like literally riding every single day of my life, with the exception of maybe a day I'm sick or something like that. But even then I want to see if I can maintain. Ambulance. Oh, fire? I'm kind of disappointed with my pocket Wi-Fi. It keeps dropping the connection out. Thanks, man. Thanks, IRL 174. I hope I can too. I think it'd be fun. I basically ride every single day anyways. And hopefully I can find something interesting or unique to share. Maybe a unique or interesting story too. And the biggest concern about doing 365 is inclement weather, bad weather. I do ride on those days. If there's a snowstorm, if there's a typhoon, if there's any kind of bad weather, I'm out on my bike regardless. Vivi, the pink bike that used to be my wife's bike, that's basically my my bad weather bike right now. So I don't want to crash it, I don't want to damage it, but that's the bike that's kind of the most disposable one in my fleet. So it's interesting that I'd be able to ride that thing and not really care as much. Start number 2, day 1, day 2, day 3. I'm going to go back to the ones that I've already shot and kind of renumber them. I think it's day 3 right now. And it's surprisingly cold today. It feels like the further I go, the colder it's getting. So most often I ride, these days most often I'm riding a Honda Tact. I bought it in December of last year. It was partially to replace the Zoomer that I had. My friend had a Zoomer that she sold me. I rode it for a long time. She wanted it back for her daughter, so I sold it back to her. And the Tact, I think I put 3,000 kilometers on it in since December. I bought it like mid-December. I used to only have the CRF 250L is my favorite of the bikes. The other bike is an older Honda Giorno. It was my wife's bike, and then the other bike is a newer Honda Giorno that is my wife's recent bike. So we have 3 50cc bikes and 1 250cc bike. Don't have any plans to make any changes to the fleet right now, and basically if I want to go somewhere farther or longer distance, I take my CRF 250. But if I'm just kind of shopping or going somewhere around town, I take the Tact or the Giorno. I think a lot of people name their vehicles. I also named my vehicles. CRF 250L is named Lucy. Lucy comes from the character from the Lego movie, Wild Style. In the Lego movie, she made a... oh, what is that? In the Lego movie, she made a motorcycle. So I named my CRF after that. I wonder what this dude's... Yeah, hanging out on the looking out the back window. Yeah, our Giorno, the first pink Giorno, is like a super vivid color, and we named the bike Vivi as a result. And then the new Giorno is kind of a softer color, and we've bounced around a few different names, but we finally decided on Sophie. So Sophie is the name of my wife's newer bike because it's a soft pink color. And the strangest of them all is the Tact. I can't tell you the reason why. It's not I don't want to tell you the reason. I can't, because I actually don't know the reason. My wife and I were goofing around with names for the Tact when I bought it, and we couldn't come up with anything interesting or funny or unique. And I threw out the word Jerry Seinfeld, just as a joke. And then I started saying it as a joke. Like, Jerry Seinfeld to the store, going shopping with Jerry Seinfeld. And it just stuck. So now we basically call the tact Jerry. You know, Jerry. Yeah, that's it. Was it hard to get my motorcycle license in Japan? I think is what the question was. Can't look down and read it because I'm riding, obviously. But was it hard to get my motorcycle license? I say no, because I converted an American license to a Japanese license. The police gave me a warning when I got my license that a lot of people fail it, so I should be really careful and I should take it really seriously. I'm one of the few, the lucky, the proud, who was able to pass the test on the first try, which is, I guess, a really rare thing. Yeah, was it hard to get your license in Japan? Oh, tweak the camera there. No. The thing is, you have to really be ready for it. So Americans, when they take the driver's license conversion test, they have to do a paper test and... oh, there's an animal running across the street. You have to take the paper test and a driving test. Paper test is really simple. It's 10 questions, true or false. And it's kind of basic stuff. It's like, if you had one alcoholic beverage, can you drive? Oh, false. You can't. Or can you drive? And it's not can you, because it would be true or false. If you had one alcoholic drink, you can drive. False. Something like that. That was pretty easy. Then the next thing you have to do is a driving test, which is the same thing that Japanese people have to do when they get their driver's license. The, like, skills test. But they're a lot more lenient with you if you are converting a license than if you're getting a license new in Japan. Hang on. I think the connection sometimes fades away in the tunnel there. Yeah. So, for example, there's a balance beam that you've got to ride across, and if you're getting your license new in Japan, you have to go as slow as possible. They say, I think, 10 seconds. It should take 10 seconds or more to cross it. It's a kind of difficult thing if you don't have a lot of seat time. I think it was fine for me, but the thing is, I think he said for me it was like 2 or 4 seconds. I don't remember the exact details now. So they make it a lot easier for people who are converting licenses. There's 2 really difficult curves that people say. One is an S curve. I don't think that one's difficult at all, because it's a smooth flowing S turn. I don't think there's too much that you need to consider if you're in a good position. But the other one is called the crank turn. It's basically 90 degree, 90 degree, 90 degree. You have to make a complete left turn and a complete right turn at 90 degrees. When I did my driver's license test, I watched 2 other people also trying to take the Ogata test on the same day, and they both actually crashed. And when I say crashed, I mean like crashed. They dropped the bike. One guy actually fell to the ground too. It was a little surprising to me. That actually scared me even more when I got to that section, but I was able to maneuver it just fine. I think it might be understood that you can't put your feet on the ground or anything like that, so yeah. That is probably most difficult. And then for some people the slalom is a little difficult too, but again, it wasn't quite that difficult for me. On the contrary, though, getting my car driver's license in Japan was a real chore. So I didn't have a car license for the longest time. My US car license expired, and therefore I couldn't convert my US license to a Japanese license. Unfortunately, when you're converting them as an American, depending on which state you're from, you can only convert them one at a time. You have to convert your motorcycle license, then you can convert your car license, or vice versa. For example, Canadians or people from that swoop driver's test, it's actually pretty remarkable. The day that I took my paper test for my motorcycle in with his hand, his bike and car in it with no tests at all. So kind of jealous of people from other countries in a way. I wish the US would kind of negotiate that, but you know, we're a different situation because we have 50 states with 50 rules, so it makes it a lot harder, I guess. The car license, though, like I said, was a totally different story. My car license, I wanted to get a manual license instead of an automatic license. In Japan, they differentiate between automatic and manual licenses. I did a lot of driving practice with my buddy, and yeah, I think everything was fine. A friend had his license for a long time and said, you know, yeah, you're driving perfectly. If you just do this on the test, you'll be fine. And I took the driving test and I failed for some very minor thing. I think the first one, I don't remember the details now, I wrote it down. First one I think was like, he asked me to pull over on the side of the road, and I put on my hazard before I stopped the car, so I failed. It was something simple like that. He said you have to turn on your indicator, pull over, and when you've come to a complete stop, you can put on your indicator, or sorry, your hazards. So I was disappointed, but they're kind of strict with stuff like that, so yeah, what are you gonna do? And then the second time I took the test, it was a little bit of a trick or a trap. There was a lot of trucks parked in a no parking zone on a very narrow street, two-way street, and they have you drive down the street, and I saw that how do I explain it? There were trucks parked in the road in my lane. There wasn't enough space to pass the trucks without going over the yellow line, which means that you needed to indicate that you're crossing over the yellow line. You needed to make sure it's perfectly clear, that you have enough distance and stuff to pass safely. There were no cars coming. I indicated, I moved over, I started driving forward. I'm driving slightly slower than the speed limit, maybe 2 to 5 kilometers slower than the speed limit, because I'm nervous and I don't want to actually exceed the speed limit. Then there's a car way down the road, and there's so much distance between the car down the road and me. I finally pulled over, and as I was pulling over, the police officer, who's the proctor of the test, was like, move over, it's dangerous. And I was like, what are you talking about? There's, like, now, that car with the white lights way down the road, like so far away, there's no chance of a collision at all. But I was already in the process of moving over, pulled over, waited for the car to pass, then went around the next truck that was also there in the road, and then, whoa, what is that? That's weird. Dude's facing the wrong direction. Yeah, waited for the car to pass, passed the next truck, and then continued on the way, but then he cut the test short, so, kind of frustrated by that. I don't think that I was in the wrong at all. And then the third time I took it, I passed. So I want to say I was lucky, but I don't think I made any serious mistakes in any of the tests, if I'm being honest. Like the first police officer told me when I wanted to get my motorcycle license, most people fail several times before they get their license. I just think it's part of the process. They nitpick a tiny little thing, take the points away from you. One of the other things in the first is that when I needed to make a left turn, I didn't spend enough at the mirror. He said you have to check the rear view mirror, then you check the side mirror, and then you look over your shoulder. And what he said I was doing is checking the rear view mirror and looking over my shoulder and not checking the side mirror at all, which was not what I was doing. I was looking at the mirror and then looking over, and as I was moving my head I was looking at the side mirror, but he wanted me to explicitly stop at each mirror. Look at the mirror and stop, look at the mirror and stop, look over my shoulder and stop, then look back. It was I don't know, a little bit strict. In the same respect, I do feel like it's not that bad of a thing. As stressful as it is for you at the time, and as fun as stress out, wondering if you're gonna or not, you might not have a reception in the tunnel. At the time, away. I mean, I wish it wasn't like this, so don't get me wrong. But people in Japan are typically pretty good drivers. I'd say the majority of people err on the side of caution and safety, whereas I would think people from my hometown, myself included, are more offensive drivers and not as defensive. And I feel like Japan people are more protective and cautious, and yeah, it makes driving here feel really, really safe. Got foggy. It's weird. There's a haze over the whole sky. Wasn't expecting this. All right, there is a supermarket coming up here. I am gonna pop in the supermarket for some dinner. Then head home. Alright. This supermarket, if you're in Japan, I don't know exactly where the locations of all these supermarkets are, but Belk has the best cheesecake in the whole country. It's from Hokkaido, so that makes sense. Stop in Belk, get a baked cheesecake. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy. Thanks for the questions. IRL174. Maybe ramen. I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see. Thanks so much for watching. Take it